Imagine this. In the Grand Hall of the United Nations in New York, under the glow of spotlights and the gaze of leaders from every nation, a woman from the Philippines approaches the microphone. Her name is Ma, Teresa Lazaro, and as she begins to speak, her voice carries the gentle rhythm of island waves and the clear warmth of a Manila morning. Skeptics had long whispered that Filipino English, with its unique twist and tropical tone, could never command a global stage. It was too soft, too local, too far from the polished accents of power. But on that September day in 2025, as her words flow out about peace, justice, and shared humanity, the room hangs on every syllable. Applause erupts, not just for her message, but for shattering the myth. This is the tale of how one speech turned doubt into triumph, proving Filipino English isn't just heard, it's heeded worldwide. Stick around, because the real surprise comes when we reveal how this moment sparked a revolution back home, changing how millions speak and dream. Let's journey back to the roots, over 100 years ago, when the Philippines was under Spanish rule for more than 3 centuries. Ships from Europe brought not just goods, but a language that wove into daily life. Words like iglesia for church or cuchara for spoon became part of the chatter in markets and homes. Children sang songs in Spanish, and official papers were scribbled in it. Then, in 1898, the winds changed with the Spanish-American War. America took over, and with them came a fresh wave, English. They saw it as a tool to unite the islands and open doors. By 1901, American teachers called Thomasites arrived on a ship named Thomas, spreading out to remote villages with blackboards and books. They turned simple huts into schools, teaching kids to read The Quick Brown Fox and Dream Big. Education exploded. Literacy jumped from low numbers to over half the people by the 1930s. English became the ladder to jobs, government, and the wider world. But Filipinos didn't just copy it. They made it their own, mixing in Spanish leftovers, like siesta, turning into rest time tales, and local flavors from languages like Tagalog or Visayan. Brownout for power outage, because blackouts aren't always total darkness. Or dirty kitchen for the outdoor cooking spot where real feasts happen. The accent? It's like a melody. Vowels open wide like apple stretching to apul, and F sometimes swaps with P in fun ways. No harsh edges. It's friendly, like a neighbor inviting you for merienda. This blend created Philippine English, a variety as valid as any, spoken by over 50 million as a first or second tongue. Independence came in 1946, and English stayed official next to Filipino, the evolving national language based on Tagalog. It powered everything: laws in Congress, lessons in schools, hits from Hollywood on TV. By the 2000s, it fueled a boom in call centers, Filipinos answering phones for the world, their neutral tone perfect for customer service. The country became a top English-speaking nation in Asia, with proficiency rates beating many. Yet, outside, the snickers persisted. That accent sounds funny, some said in job hunts abroad. Not professional enough for international forums. It hurt, like being told your home-cooked adobo isn't fit for a banquet. Filipinos, tough as bamboo in a storm, kept going. At home, English mixed seamlessly, code switching mid-sentence, kain na, let's eat. But globally, the label broken English lingered, ignoring how it's clear, adaptable, and full of heart. Now enter Ma, Teresa Lazaro, the diplomat who changed the tune. Born in the 1960s in the Philippines, she grew up in a time of change, with martial law shadows and democracy's dawn. Her family valued education. She studied international relations, honing skills in English that blended formal precision with Pinoy warmth. Joining the Department of Foreign Affairs, she rose through ranks, serving in posts from Europe to Asia. By 2025, as Secretary for Foreign Affairs, she was a force. Smart, steady, with a voice that commanded respect. Her path wasn't easy. Early on, in international meetings, some dismissed her accent as exotic rather than expert. But she pushed back, saying, "Our English carries our history. It's not a barrier, it's a bridge." In 2025, the UN General Assembly's 80th session called for voices on peace and progress. The Philippines, a founding member since 1945, got the nod. Lazaro was chosen to speak, representing not just her nation, but the Global South's hopes. Preparations were intense, scripting words that honored UN founders like Filipino hero General Carlos P. Romulo, who once presided over the assembly. She practiced in front of mirrors, keeping her natural lilt, rolling R's, soft T's, because authenticity mattered more than imitation. The big day, September 27, 2025. The hall buzzes with delegates. Lazaro steps up, dressed in modern barong-inspired attire, a nod to heritage. Her speech begins. 80 years ago, in San Francisco, our forebears forged a charter that embraces and protects us all. She quotes Romulo, her voice steady, accent weaving warmth into weighty words. Key points flow, calling for ceasefires in Gaza and Ukraine, protecting children in conflicts, reforming the UN Security Council, where the Philippines seeks a seat. She highlights development finance, urging fair deals for climate-hit nations like hers, battered by typhoons. We owe our children peace, she says, her tone pulling heartstrings. On migration, she praises Filipino workers, nurses, seafarers, who keep the world running. Then, the South China Sea, firm on rules-based order, citing UNCLOS amid tensions. No aggression in her words, just resolve. She ends with human rights, recalling Philippines' role in the Universal Declaration and a call to action. Let us persevere. Closing with, "Thank you and mabuhay, long live." The hall erupts in applause. What made it magic? Her English wasn't stiff British or drawling American. It was Filipino, clear, empathetic, inclusive. Listeners from Africa to Europe leaned in, understanding every nuance. No stumbles, just connection. Social media lit up, had Pinoy pride trends, clips shared millions of times. Her accent made the message real, one tweet says. Back home, newspapers headline, "Lazaro's voice echoes globally." Schools play the speech, teachers telling kids, "See, your English is world class." Call center agents stand taller. Job seekers abroad cite it in interviews. The impact ripples. UN discussions on language diversity spike, recognizing varieties like Filipino English as assets in diplomacy. Linguists point out its neutrality, easy for non-natives to grasp, free of colonial airs. In the Philippines, English classes shift. Less focus on perfect accents, more on confident communication. Speak like Lazaro becomes a mantra. Even critics soften. A European commentator admits, "I was wrong. It's not soft, it's soothing." Months later, invitations pour in. Lazaro speaks at TED World Economic Forum, her style inspiring others from India to Nigeria to embrace their Englishes. AI companies train voices on Filipino tones for friendlier bots. The revolution, it empowers the next generation. Kids in barrios, once shy about their twang, now debate global issues with pride. One girl in Cebu says, "If Tita Teresa can address the UN, so can I." This moment proves language evolves. English isn't owned by one group. It's a shared sea, navigated by all. As Lazaro reflects in a later interview, they said our English wasn't international, but the UN chose it because it speaks to hearts everywhere. And you? Next time a Filipino voice greets you, on a call, in a meeting, listen closely. It's not just words, it's a world of resilience, ready to connect. The stage is global, and every accent has its spotlight. What's yours waiting to say?